Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're going to be jumping down into the world of Bitcoin, taking a look at the most recent price action and what we think is likely to occur next. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, smash that like button. Really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. If you haven't yet joined us in Discord, check it out guys, linked in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. Let's jump right down into this thing though. We're going to be talking about smart money concepts, Elliott wave theory here as well. So let's jump right down into this. We're going to start with Elliott wave theory. Following on from yesterday's video, we had two areas scoped out yesterday that we were looking to find as possible support levels. My expectations were that we were going to initially bounce from this 28,256 to 28,308. We actually went straight through it. We actually came down to the slightly lower target, the deeper C wave structure right in here. This one was targeted out 27,844 to 27,985. And we did actually bounce from here and then we fell down further, right? And we're talking about our minimum expectation on the slightly bigger C wave structure. This still sits here at 27,511. Okay, so we still have that deeper potential move here, and we now need to reflect on what is going on with this structure and what that might mean for Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and change things up just a little bit, because now we've seen a little bit more selling pressure than what was normally expected. These structures have evolved into slightly deeper and more impulsive kind of structures. So we can take off our three-wave structures here, and what we're going to do is we're going to see what is going on through this structure here as to whether or not we can constitute this as a five-wave structure. So the first thing we need to do is we need to acknowledge a couple of things. One, we can see that there's a big institutional candle here. Okay, it's an institutional candle. You can kind of see that within the smart money concept side of things as well. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see how that kind of played out. We then retraced up here and we now got rid of the fair value gap that is in there, but we'll talk more about that in a moment. Okay, so we saw a big amount coming in down here. This is pretty typical of a wave 3. So inside here, we can kind of look at this 1, 2, kind of 3. All of this could still be inside a fourth wave. We still got to come down into that fifth, right? And so it's important that we kind of reflect on what is possible here. This looks like a pretty clear five-wave structure to me. Well, what we'll do is we'll jump down into the 15 minutes, and we can also argue that maybe it's complete just down here. And yeah, we could argue that it is kind of a real small one and it's completed. So it'd be interesting to kind of see what happens there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a horizontal line right on here, because we can't really cross higher than this and still be impulsive on that structure, unless, of course, it's completed. So 28,044 will help confirm that directional move. What I will do is I'm just going to clear out some of these yellow boxes because they are going to make things a little bit more difficult. We also have this swing low down here. That's also going to be an interesting point to kind of consider. It could be a 1, 2, all of this is a 3. So what we want to do is we want to check that, right? We want to check to see whether this is something that we can constitute as a diagonal, and we'll check that out in a second. Down here, we hit the 1.618. So we are at that impulsive level just over here. So it would look something like this. 1, 2, 3, although 3 may not be complete yet, then 4, then 5. Okay, so again, we've got two key levels here, right? For wave 4, cannot cross higher than 28,220. Okay, it cannot go up there. That would create an invalidation. And the little mini wave 4 idea that's inside here, so the 1, 2, 3, 4 cannot cross up here. Okay, so we can't cross higher than the 28,044. Okay, and then from here we'd look for this kind of move down a little bit deeper. Okay, and of course we have our C wave expectations. It would make the entire thing 335 regular flat. Now, up in this side here, one of the things that we have to consider is that this here is going to be our, yeah, let me just draw this trend line in, wave 1, right? And the only way that we can look at this is under a contracting diagonal instead of an expanding or leading diagonal. Now, under a contracting diagonal, wave 1 is the biggest and wave 5 is the shortest. And if we go ahead and draw this in, we could see we'd have to go down into a deep wave 1 right around here, a wave actually, no, can't go that far. Let me go ahead and take a look at that from this angle. Just to go 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, like that. And we'll just have to check a couple of things because we want to make sure that we follow the rules here to see whether or not everything is falling in line. So I'll use the fibs. I'm just going to measure our wave 1. Okay, so wave 1's definitely bigger than wave 3. And it needs to be bigger than wave 5, which it is. We can see that right in there. Okay, so we know wave 1 is the biggest, so under a contracting diagonal, that's allowed. Wave 3 situation is the one that's got me a little bit nervous. Okay, wave 3 is not the shortest wave, so wave 5 is indeed the shortest. So that would stick as a contracting diagonal. So it'd be allowed to do that as our kind of wave 1, up for wave 2, down for wave 3, which yet may or may not be complete, up for wave 4, and then down into that final 5th wave. And of course, we'll be heading down into our final C wave structure here. So if we do this and we understand the structure points here, then that allows us to kind of show us with a potential move to the downside. Let's go ahead and make sure that we get this anchored right on into the correct areas. I just want to make sure that I get that as close as I can. There we go. And if I come down to here, just down into here, we can see where we're going to be aiming. We're going to be aiming for the low side, which will be 26,792, to the slightly higher side at 27,168. Okay, that's going to be our C wave structure, and that is potentially where our 5th wave end moves if we haven't yet finished these things, just like so. Okay, so again, it could be an interesting kind of week for Bitcoin. A small move up, then move down. Once we complete this structure, this 335 structure, again, I'm looking for that next 5-wave structure to move to the upside, and our target range may change just a little bit here, but we would be expecting some kind of move upwards like so. Probably not as high as we want it to be, but it is what it is, and we'll kind of analyze that as time crops on, or goes on. So yeah, essentially that's kind of where we have that for now. It looks like we have progressed quite nicely to the downside here. At the moment, it's still corrective. We're not going down deeper, unless of course we were to go down lower than 26,508. That would basically put a pin in the idea of going up for now. But for now, it does look like we have this move to the downside. What about smart money concepts? Well, smart money concepts is giving us the idea that actually things are a little bit more bullish than bearish right now. So Elliott wave theory has one idea, but smart money concepts gives us a slightly different one. What this is showing us with a change of character, which is bullish. Okay, so we're still in that bullish state. We have a strong low. We're not looking to go down lower apparently here. We can also see that we're on a weak high. So it's indicating that we can actually rally on up. Now, I do think we can have that run up higher, but I do expect us to come down into these lower ranges. And, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, well, this fair value gap down here, right between these two internal order blocks, is still up for grabs as far as I can see. So I would say that, yeah, we probably actually are going to go down lower based on Elliott wave theory, but smart money concept says this low should hold. We shouldn't really come down lower than the swing low that was over here on the 31st of March, and we should just be moving on up. Now, we are below the 200 and the 50 EMA, and we are below the equilibrium. There's also a lot of sell internal order blocks right up here as well, and so we should consider that these are also going to help bring that price back down. It's going to be quite difficult to kind of see things kind of playing out that way. But ultimately here, I still think that we can move up higher. I just think that this isn't really giving us the immediate kind of price action analysis that we need from smart money concepts. Again, our structures still stand here, and Elliott wave theory plus smart money concepts is actually giving us a little bit of a conflict at the moment. But I expect Elliott wave theory will come triumph here over smart money concepts based on the fact that the structures are pretty much solid at this point. It would take a lot to kind of deviate away from that kind of behavior that we're seeing currently. Of course, over the weekend, these structures can emerge, and come the week, then things can change quite dramatically. Weekend data isn't the best, so it'll be interesting to kind of see how things do play out today. But I'm going to leave this video right there. I'm going to keep it nice and brief, actually. And if you found this useful and informative, smash the like button. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. Are you bullish or are you bearish on the short time frames? And if you're new, subscribe, and if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, guys, check it out, linked in the description below. Until the next one though, guys, have a fantastic day.
We are not financial advisors. None of what we have communicated verbally or in writing here should be considered as financial advice. It is not. Do your own research before investing in any digital asset or affiliate offers, and understand that investing in any crypto is risky. If you do, you need to be prepared to lose your entire investment. This video is for information and entertainment purposes only. All our videos are strictly personal opinions. Please make sure you do your own research and never take our opinions for financial guidance. There are multiple strategies, and not all strategies fit all people. Our videos are not financial advice.